Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your October 2019 general reading. So we'll do a general reading and then we'll look at any dynamics going on in your relationships, and then there'll be a longer relationship reading on Vimeo. Okay, so hope this finds you well, and give me a minute, I just need to focus on the cards a bit. These cards have been very busy today, so I want them to be very clear, specifically for your month ahead. Please give me clear-cut messages for Sagittarius. Okay, so behind you. Oh, I don't know which one came out first. They sort of both came out together. Five of Wands and the Sun card. Ooh. That was very interesting because they both sort of... Oh, that's it. Sorry, the camera went a bit blurred there. So the Sun card is the card of Leo, but it's also the card of illumination, clarity, bringing light to the dark. The Five of Wands is a little bit of a tension card. A lot of people, depending what sort of reader, a lot of people think the Five of Wands is a negative. I don't. It's like having an engine of heat and it builds up. But the reason it builds up is in order to generate change. But sometimes when you're in it, it can feel a little bit uncomfortable. But it's uncomfortability that creates movement. So personally, when the Five of Wands appears for me, I always know there's change in the air. It can be a head and heart decision, a little bit of dissonance and a little bit of a, oh my gosh, which way do I go? Mind and body working in opposites, but it's overall a card of change. And because of that, I like it, but that's just me because I love change, and what you want is change. So there you go. You want this, you want transformation in your life, and it's the Five of Wands that creates it. Yeah? So wanting the Death card is, this is what you want, by the way. So these cards aren't prophecy cards, they're more cards of what you're looking for. The Death card is a complete break with the past. It's the card of Scorpio, and Scorpio rules change, essentially. So that's why, isn't that funny? That's why these cards have a really healthy relationship together. The card that's helping you get the Death card is the Nine of Pentacles. The challenge is the King of Swords. I wasn't expecting the Nine of Pentacles there. I will have to do a little bit of a story on that one. Relationships, you've got the Ace of Cups. I'm sorry, I really don't mean to laugh. But anyone who does private readings will know why I laugh when the Ace of Cups shows up. Most beautiful card possible. But it can be a little bit of a challenge. And I don't mean that as a negative, Sagittarius, so don't shout at me. It's the Eye of the Divine. It's this... and I'm already looking at that King of Swords as a challenge. Can I just pull a card? Because I think it's funny. Who else got this? I think it was Cancer. And I think it was Leo. There was 3 signs who are working with this energy. Chariot and money and work. Queen of Pentacles at a soul position. So I've not got you in a bad place at all. A lot in the earth element. So when you're in the earth element, you're grounded, you're secure, stable in your own body, but also hopefully in your material life. And anyone watching who doesn't feel that way, blessings to you. Ganesh mantra is really, really powerful, guys, by the way. Outcome, the beautiful Ace of Wands. So you get 2 aces showing up. Always incredibly exciting when you've got 2 aces showing up. I told you the 5 of Wands is about that. And that's how no card can be taken. They all play a relationship with each other. So you're desiring change, and change you're getting, because the 2 aces are all about, the initiation of a new direction. So it looks like there's new love, and it looks like there's new passion. What I'm confused about is why the 9 of Pentacles is the gift. Why is the 9 of Pentacles the gift? I love the 9 of Pentacles. Very much like the Queen of Pentacles. They're probably the same person, although they're looking in different directions. But very much the same energy. Very good self-esteem. Love it. Good boundaries. Good sense of, self-esteem. So maybe it's your self-esteem that's helping you get this change you desire. Because you know what? Once you change that inner level of your relationship with yourself, eventually the external only matches that. Yeah. That's how, that's how loads of teachers always talk about focusing on yourself. It's not a joke, by the way. And if it's a torture, then that's the work we need to do. So there's beautiful self-esteem. And I think it's that self-esteem that's helping you get the Death card. The 9 of Pentacles is notoriously called the card of alone and loving it. Okay? So we can only be alone and loving it when we value the person that we're with to such an extent. Like, someone once says to me that they miss themselves when they don't spend time in their own company. That's sort of the 9 of Pentacles. Someone who loves their own aura, their own mind, their own heart. And it's that that's helping you get this Death card. That King of Swords is a little bit of a pain as a challenge. I wonder if this is this person. Who's the King of Swords? Now, please don't mess with my head, tarot, please. I think I got a feeling what it's about already. Okay, you ready? With the Hanging Man. Okay, so the King of Swords can be an air sign person. Don't always read the cards that way. I tend to not read the cards that way, to tell you the truth. The King of Swords can be someone who's a little bit detached, a little bit, what's the right word? I'm trying to be very, very subtle. Because if you dig deep enough, Sagittarius, there's a reason for everything, always. But the King of Swords, you know the story Narnia? When the Ice Queen, there can be a little bit of frozenness with this King of Swords. And you know, for Sagittarius, you're going through this, and I know some of yous are. The Ace of Cups is this beautiful gift from the divine. I mean, it just has to be, when it comes into your life, you know it. You feel it. Because you cannot miss it. But that King of Swords just might be acting as might be a little bit frozen around this ace, might be blocking it. That might only be for some of you, by the way. For other people, the challenge is this feeling of not totally being in control of what this transformation is going to be about. Okay? I have not got you in a bad place at all, Sagittarius. I love seeing these two cards for you because there's such a sense of, yeah, peace, peacefulness, and feeling good in your own identity. And that's always when the ace shows up anyhow, to tell you the truth. So maybe some of you's, the obstacle is that you want this change. What's the change to do with, please? Give me one card. Oh, I'm glad I did your reading. I was going to stop for the day, and I really wanted to do your reading. The wheel. Yeah. So the wheel's a completion. It's Goddess Fortuna. Goddess Fortuna is these moments of time and destiny that bring change. They bring this transformation. They bring this doorway, because the Death card is a change into a new world, and the Wheel of Fortune is basically the same card. Okay, I mean, all the major arcanas in a strange way are the same card, so just different parts of the divine, but you really want things to turn around here. So tell me why the Nine of Pentacles is the gift, please. Because there's a feeling, because this is in a challenge, that you feel almost a little bit not in control of making this change in this wheel turn. And maybe that's why you're the Hanging Man, and sort of being a little bit more detached is a little bit more of a challenge for some of you, because it can be a challenge. The Hangman is a challenge, can be a right pain in the neck, because, but not in a bad way, because you're too content within your own identity for it to be too much of a struggle. What's the Nine of Pentacles as the gift about, please? Tell me why the gift is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to use another deck. I use another deck because the same card might want to come out again. Why is this the gift? With the Five of Pentacles. So some of yous have maybe received or about to receive some financial support or building more financial stability. And that's what's helping you get this change in this Death card. The Five of Pentacles is also about healing a rift between two people. It doesn't show up in this deck in that way, but in my other decks it clearly is. In fact, I tend to read it more as an emotional energy than a financial one, but it can show up for some of you. Some of you have had some financial support, might have been through a bereavement, something like that. This turned the wheel. For others of you, this is about the healing of a rift in a relationship. But the Hanging Man means you're still not in control of this, Sagittarius. And you know what? See, when we get to the point where we realise we're not in control of any of it, then we're free. The control we do have is over the Pentacles, which is our body, which is our self-esteem, our boundaries, the inner dialogue with ourselves. Yeah, basically. Let me carry on. Very interesting little story here. So you got the beautiful Ace of Cups showing up in your relationships. Eye of the Divine tends to be a very, very, very powerful love. Might be a new love, might just be an old love, but it's love, essentially. I want another card, but I will be doing a relationship dynamic anyhow. Yeah, you got the Devil with it. So, two meanings, extremely powerful attraction again, but it can also be the Lovers turned upside down. And the Lovers card turned upside down is because one of the people might be resisting this, which is back to the Hanged Man story, okay? For years of going through that, I really understand, by the way. Okay, so deep breath, focus on your self-esteem, your self-value, your place in this world. Because the Chariot is showing up in your money and work. The Chariot is a very exciting card to appear here because it's change. And it represents the two different parts of you moving in the one direction. So conscious and unconscious mind moving in a unified way. So always a really nice card to show up. And it's also a vehicle that takes your life from one place to another. And I think for some of you, if you're making changes here, they're definitely going to be very, very financially rewarding. And that's what the 9 meant. So you're coming out of the 5 of Pentacles, moving into the 9 and the Queen. So exceptionally beautiful. And the outcome is the Ace of Wands. So lovely. Ace of Wands is about passion. Very, very clear on the deck. This is about passion. It's also some sort of new beginning. All the aces are. Let me find one card as a clarifier. One card, please. It's with the 3 of Cups. So release from burdens, joy, celebration, and by the looks of it, some sort of passion. Very interesting bunch of dynamics going on here. I can clearly see the relationship vibe for some of you. Okay? Really not an easy one when you're in it. But for others of you, there's an awful lot of change in your finances. And it might be brought through your relationships as well. When the Ace of Cups appears, we have no control over the Ace of Cups. We have got no control over any of the majors, and I would argue any of the aces. They're gifts of grace, okay? And maybe that's why some of you are drawing this Hanged Man and the King of Swords, because the change that you seek is coming through the vehicle of someone else. So actually, Sagittarius, as a person, I'm not sure if that's something that would be a major struggle for you. But sometimes it is, and it makes us feel a little bit out of control of our lives. You're not in control of this Ace of Cups. And you know what? I spend most of my life reading for this Ace of Cups. Let me carry on. I want to have a look at what's going on in your relationships. As I said, the longer reading will be on Vimeo. But what's the connecting card for Sagittarius and the person that they're dealing with? That's interesting. I wonder what's going on. I mean, we're going into Libra season. Libra rules Venus. So we are going into a season where Venus is the ruler. What's the connecting card? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So this is a Leo card, the Sun, and the Strength card is Leo. But this is about illumination, things coming to light, clarity. So you're the 5 of Wands. Okay. Now they are the Death card. So maybe that's what I meant. You know what I said? Oh, maybe the other person is the instigator of change, because they're coming across as a Death card, going through some sort of change. You're going into the 5 of Wands, so this change might make you feel Hanged Man, powerless, impotent, don't like that word, but not feeling like you're in charge of your own destiny. So why Sagittarius the 5 of Wands? Give me one card. One card, please. Why? Because of the King of Swords again. Sagittarius, what's going on here? So why is the other person the Death card? With the Wheel, which is what you want, is the cards that we got. So they're going through some sort of change, some sort of turnaround. Maybe they're coming out of a dark night of the soul, coming out of an illness, coming out of, or maybe they're making some huge changes. You're the Five of Wands, change your head and heart. You're in a state of, now the Five of Wands creates change. I don't get it as a negative card. Sometimes your belly can feel really tense when you've got it. But the King of Swords is you're being, what is Sagittarius doing here? I want my other deck. Your longer reading will be in Vimeo, but I always want to give a little bit because not everyone can do Vimeo. Sagittarius, I don't know what you're doing. I get the Five of Wands with the Two of Cups. But the King of Swords, unless the King of Swords stands for his ultimate meaning, which is to be in the truth. Because he's got a crown on. So because he's got a crown on, he's in the truth. And there might be a like, oh my God, like your emotions might be in turmoil about being in this truth. And that's what the Five of Wands is about. Give them one more card. I am absolutely gobsmacked at what you're actually doing here. I'm sort of not, but part of me is. Clarify the Sun, that might help. One card to clarify the Sun card. You got the Star card. Transparency, openness, because the true King of Swords is the truth. Okay, a little bit intriguing here, to tell you the truth. So I'm going to go and do your Vimeo reading right away. For you who can't get Vimeo, I really understand that Ace of Cups. Okay? Gone through it myself. Just stay. Look after that Queen of Pentacles and your self-esteem. Okay, Sagittarius, I'll speak to you later. Bye.